Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing a review of the latest Marvel Masterworks edition of Doctor Strange. This covers issues number 47 through 57 and Marvel Fanfare number 6. This is Roger Stern's run on Doctor Strange with Marshall Rogers. Roger Stern was famous for writing several Marvel comics, my favorite of which is The Amazing Spider-Man, and there is an omnibus for that run, and maybe I will do a review of that another time. I also have a Batman book which has Marshall Rogers' work in it in Detective Comics for DC, and again, maybe another time we'll look at that. But both famous writer, famous artist, and this is their turn to play in the universe of Doctor Strange. So let's take a closer look at this. Here's the cover, and the spine, and here are some of the issues, covers of the issues that are inside on the back. Now this is the variant cover edition, so this is not the regular retail version. The only difference is the cover, and it says that the printing is limited to 740 copies. So this particular cover, this variant cover, only has 740 out there, and I've got one of them. So if you can get the variant cover, it's nice to do it. I really like them. I like the Marvel effect. I like the gold leaf design around the cover that they put on the front. It just looks really classy to me, and I like a nice hardcover book. Do any of you collect Marvel Masterworks? I know a lot of people collect omnibuses, but I haven't seen too many people do reviews of Marvel Masterworks. I also collect Marvel Masterworks. I enjoy them. I appreciate the work that goes into them to restore all the colors and the inking and everything like that. They do a really nice job. With the cover off, it's just pretty basic. Doctor Strange in silver writing and just a plain back, as you can see. So without the dust cover on, it's really nothing special. And like all the Marvel Masterworks, they start off with an introduction. And this time it's Roger Stern writing it, and he had a very interesting tidbit of information. He said that Frank Miller, who's a very famous writer and artist, was going to work on Doctor Strange with them. Well, he wanted them to, but he ended up writing Daredevil instead. And for you fans out there who are like Daredevil, know that Frank made Daredevil a sensation. He did a fantastic job, and that took up all his time, so he was not able to do Doctor Strange like Roger would have liked. Here are the table of contents. Nice artwork of Dr. Stephen Strange here. The years that this covers are from June 1981 through January of 1983. So we're still in that bronze era of comic books. Here's the cover of issue 47. Now it does start out with Gene Colan as an artist, and I also have another Batman book where Gene Colan did much of the art, and I like his work from Batman, and it's nice to see some of his work included here in Doctor Strange. Now in the next issue was where we have Marshall Rogers' artwork, and like I said, for those of you who are a fan of Marshall's era of Batman in 1977, you'll enjoy this because it's more of the same. It's very nice, very clear Marshall Rogers artwork. They've done a fantastic job of restoring these issues. The colors are bold, they're beautiful, the paper is nice, glossy, smooth to the touch. This is not cheap paper. They've done a fantastic job with the printing. And as you can tell with the artwork, super job. Very well pleased with this. In the back, what do they have for extras? They start off with Marvel Crazy Super Special. Next to this painting they did of Doctor Strange. And this is just some weird game that they had in this magazine. And I don't really understand what you were supposed to do, but there are cards, there are data sheets. You were really supposed to cut up this magazine. Now, I'm not going to do that to this book, so it's here purely for interest. Here is a character design for Doctor Strange number 47, and this is what Frank Miller did. So this shows that Frank was going to help them. Here's another one. This is a house ad from Roger Stern and Frank Miller, and it's advertising a run that would never be. It even says right there in the bottom, conjured by Roger Stern and Frank Miller. Well, they never got to do it. Here's the original art as drawn by Frank, which I think is really nice. They've included that. They've got some comedy issues from What If and the Fantastic Four roast from 1982. They have some material from the official handbook of the Marvel Universe from 1983 through 1984. For those of you who really like the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, they have just released or are just releasing here very soon an omnibus edition that collects all of the Marvel Handbook issues in its entirety. So if you like things like this, it is or is going to be available very soon. Pick it up if you're interested. For me, I'm happy just to have these in this volume of Doctor Strange. And then we end with an article about Paul Smith, who also did some artwork in these issues, and some more rare Doctor Strange artwork by Frank Miller and P. Craig Russell. So this is a nice book. If you like Doctor Strange and you like this era of comics, I highly recommend you pick it up. It's probably not the place that I would start with on Doctor Strange if this is your first reading of Doctor Strange. But if you enjoy the character and have been following his adventures, it's a nice era to get. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.